the last few weeks, we've read the book because of Winn-Dixie, and then just recently we watched the movie. So now we're doing text versus media comparisons, and I've come up with 3 different activities. It can be rolled into a 4th one in order to teach that and get students to really understand how to compare and contrast text versus movies. The first activity is going to be a character comparison. So after reading the book, you'll have the students draw a picture of each character in the first column, and then give their character traits and characteristics in that first column. It goes on to the next page, and then on the last page there's an X on each one of these. That's because those characters were in the movie but not in the book, so students will understand that once they watch the movie. Then once they've read the book and done this, they'll go and watch the movie. Once they've watched the movie, they'll redraw their characters based off of how the movie portrayed them, give those characteristics, and then compare them, show the differences in this column. Just say, like, Opal's hair was red in the book, but it was blonde in the movie. Or that the preacher seemed nicer and more open in the movie than he did in the book. And then once they've completed that, it says, were the characters that you imagined as you read the book the same or similar to those of the movie? Which ones were the same, which were different, and how? So the students will be able to refer back to what they just did in the assignment, doing the differences and everything, and explain that in an essay question. And then just a fun little question: if you could be one character, which one would you be and why? So students get to pick, and they've obviously had to identify that character and figure out how to be like that character to be able to explain which one they want to be and why. For this next activity, students are going to draw 5 slips of paper out of the bag and discuss with their group whether the scene or the quote from each slip came from the book or the movie. Once they've discussed it, they'll place their quotes or scenes back in the bag and go on to their next activity. So they could say, Mr. Alfred lives next door to Opal and the preacher. That's going to be from the movie because Mr. Alfred was never in the book. Next one, Winn-Dixie is scared of storms. That's in both of them. Obviously, Winn-Dixie runs away both times when it storms. Sweetie Pie is having a birthday party. That was never mentioned in the movie, so it has to be from the book. Last activity is going to be an exit slip. So students will grab an exit slip paper from the stack and write which one they like better, the book or the movie, and then they're going to tell me why they like that one better. So they'll circle one, I like the movie more because I do not like to read, or I like the movie more because I do not know how to make movies in my mind, or I like the book more because I was able to make my own mind movie. I don't need somebody else's movie to tell me how it went. After they do that, it would lead on to another activity the next day. Students would randomly grab those exit slips again, and their entry activity would be for them to discuss the exit slip that they got from the day before, and they would talk with their elbow partner and say, like, I said this and this is why.